Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 18 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. If you have not seen the last couple of uploads, I definitely highly recommend them. We had 2 episodes of Road to Ranked and the team analysis for the Hydreigon Naganadel team that we used previously on Road to Ranked, and so definitely recommend them. And also, if you missed the updates in the last couple of videos, basically right now I am pre-recording a bunch of content, and I should be in Hong Kong by the time this video goes up, so I'm there for vacation for winter break for about a week and a half with some college friends, and I'm going to try to record some content while I'm there, but I wanted to kind of make up and make sure that you guys still have some content just because I was gone for a couple of days. And so I'll talk about that a little bit more, but we're going to get started with this episode. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Ranked, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, happy holidays and happy new year, guys. So Tyranitar, Clefairy, the Feeny, Marowak, the Mandibuzz, and the Celesteela. So the bottom is like all very VGC 2017. All 4 of those Pokemon having been in the World Championship Finals, but then the Tyranitar is interesting as well as the Clef. My opponent locks in really quickly, so he or she clearly knows what they want to do. This is very interesting. Ferrothorn's amazing here if I can knock out Marowak, but it might be a tall tale. I could totally see my opponent just leading Feeny and the Mandibuzz with Whack in the back. So maybe I want to go with Ludicolo as a lead. Ludi Thundy, so I can set up Manual Rain. Pert in the back. That all seems good. And Pelipper is the last one. Seems pretty solid too, so I can get full weather control. It's just tough because Ferrothorn could be really awesome, but I suppose it doesn't do much really against the it really only does actually stuff against Feeny, Clef, and T-Tar, although those are pretty big threats. We'll lock in though. I'm not the biggest fan of this team in the sense that I don't think I can use it very well, but that's kind of why I like trying out different teams, especially when I don't build them, just because when you try out other people's teams, I think you learn like certain play styles that you might not be accustomed to. So I'm not very good with like pure rain, just because I didn't use that very much in like previous years of VGC, so I'm getting acclimated to that. But I'm pretty excited to show off the new team I have, and yeah, I mean, still full credits to the player who built this team, because it's really fun. I just think I'm not very good with it. Thus far, at least. But hopefully we can carry on from the episodes previously and learn a thing or two. Alright, so this is where I have the Z move. Fighting Z move. It could be Scarftar, though. It's my one concern. But I feel like it's not going to be Scarftar if you're leading it, because that means you're expecting... Yeah, I'm just going to fake out Celesteela turn 1 and go straight for the Z move. Actually, maybe not. I could totally see Tyranitar switching out right now into Marowak. So, I mean, a rain-boosted Scald should knock out Tyranitar, so I'm actually going to Rain Dance and just Scald. Because I think T-Tar might switch out here. It's Megatar. Okay, that makes this interesting. Especially if... I mean, does Scald just knock it out? I could have fake out Z-moved here, but I really thought Whack would come in, because that makes so much sense, switching a Marowak. Because no Protects are coming out. It just Dragon... Okay, perfect. Nice. No Rock Slide or Dragon Dances, so I get the Scald off. That's fine. I mean, even if I don't knock out, that's still okay. But let's see if I can knock it out. Ooh, I don't get the knockout, but I get the burn. And... Oh my god. Okay. Well, that happened. Celesteela be nimble, Celesteela be quick. I'm just gonna double protect here. Never mind, I can't double protect, because I'm bad. It's probably best to switch out into Swampert and protect. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Man, you guys remember when I lost Autonomized Celesteela in VGC 17? Well, it might happen again in 18. I kind of wish I just Z-move faked out, though, because that would have worked out perfectly. T-Tar actually switches out to conserve the sand, which makes sense. Clef coming in, okay. I'll take that. I just fear that this Celesteela has like Giga Drain. It just protects, okay. That's fine. Well, I'll Mega Evolve now. I'm just gonna double up into the Celesteela slot, yeah. Because if Clef goes for Follow Me, it'll just get redirected. If it doesn't follow me, then I'll just knock out Celesteela. just hope it's not Giga Drain Celesteela. If it is, that's gonna be ugly. There's Follow Me. That's not surprising. Maybe I should have protected Swampert to scout out for Giga Drain. I'm faster anyway, though, which is good. That's good damage. Wow. I survived that. How do people come up with this stuff, man? Like, autonomized Seed Bomb? Wow. I mean, I guess that makes sense. What do you even run on an autonomized set? Heavy Slam? I don't even freaking know, man. I mean, T-Dar comes in. That's fine. I think I'm just gonna double protect. Although, Tar could totally switch out here. I'm still gonna double protect. Actually, I could Rain Dance. But I want to save Thunderous if possible. Yeah. I think T-Tar actually switches out here. No, it doesn't. Okay, perfect. So the burn, obviously, in the beginning of the game was pretty fortunate. Man, I suck at calling when I should use the Fight Z move with Thunderous. Seed Bomb Rock Slide? Yeah. Because I feel like if I play properly with this Thunderous, like I've just like put myself in really good positions, but I've not played very well with this Thunderous. But knocking out Tyranitar is also good because now I have full weather control and I've still got Pelipper waiting in the back, and I still have Thunderbolt and my Z move to launch out should I use it. So we'll see if Marowak is in the back. It actually is Marowak. Okay. So what this means is I am going to make sure I knock out the Marowak first. Who do I want to switch out into? I think I'm just going to double switch here. Yeah. Basically, let me knock out Marowak, because once I knock out Marowak, then Thundurus will win against Celesteela. Like, no autonomized Celesteela should be able to beat Thundurus. So I'm up 4-2 now, but I still haven't won yet, so I gotta be careful. But man, if Tyranitar just Rock Slided in the beginning of the game too, that could have been ugly. Yeah, like, this is why I didn't want to Z move, because I was like, oh, this is like a perfect time to switch in Marowak. Like, why would you not? Are you freaking serious? This is... What? I can now officially say I've played against Bloom Doom Celesteela. Okay, well, does that knock me out? No. That almost knocks me out, though. That's scary. I'm gonna fake out the Celesteela and Tailwind. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have Tailwinded, but I don't think Surf knocks out Marowak, which is the downside. Yeah, it doesn't protect either. Just want to guarantee him faster. This is actually kind of a problem because I took a lot of damage there. Shadow Bone here, just gonna knock. Oh, okay. Target's down Pelipper. Interesting. So now I can bring in Perp. Yeah, I should be good then. Just whether I want to make a hard read right now, because Marowak, like, you would obviously want to protect. But I think I should just play it safe. Oh, but then I could give Celesteela a boost. My opponent right now can win off a double protect. Is there any way I can prevent and get a guaranteed win con? I don't know who Celesteela is targeting. I think I'll just play it safe. I'll Scald. Which could burn as well, and just Waterfall. Marowak definitely has to protect. Yeah, that was kind of obvious. I should have just doubled up into Celesteela, actually. Because I had the Fight Z move. So I kind of forgot about that. Oh boy. Okay, that does a lot. And I get a burn. Yeah, I mean, this Celesteela is obviously offensive. It's Seed Bombing, so it's probably going... It's going to get the attack boost here. So do I want to predict my opponent going for the double now with Marowak? Does it even matter? Because So I could just Scald fight Z. Actually, that should probably be enough. My only issue is that Scald doesn't knock out Marowak in the rain, but it should. Like, T-Tar's bulkier. Mega T-Tar is definitely bulkier, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can just safely Scald Marowak. And Z-move Celesteela. Because this is very frail. The Celesteela should be, like, way more frail than normal. Oh, my opponent doesn't even go for the double. Okay. Okay, nice. Oh, what a weird game. I get a crit there. I don't think it mattered, honestly. I mean, Marowak's not exactly the most defensive. So, you can officially say that now you've seen a game of Gracium Z Celesteela against Fightium Z Thundurus. Whoever would have thought, man, but this is VGC 2018. Anything can happen. That's just crazy. I think this would knock out, but I'm curious, because my gut assumption is that it does. But it's still kind of a weak attack. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is like freaking adamant autonomized Celesteela. So I got the burn. I don't think that actually ended up really mattering. I just need to set myself in a position where I can pick up those knockouts. But the scary thing is if I don't knock out Marowak, then Thundurus can't touch the Marowak. So I needed to knock out Marowak, but I figured I have 2 Swissum users. I've got Tailwind up, so I'll definitely be faster with everything. Yeah, it's just that turn 1 could have been very different. Had I just superpowered and faked out, like, that would have just won me the game pretty much instantly. Because my opponent has no weather control, doesn't get the Autonomize up, and then I could just Rain Dance too. So, yeah, that game could have been a lot more one-sided had I just pulled the trigger turn 1, but it's really tough. Like, I don't regret not Z-moving that first turn, just because had Marowak switched in, I would have... Like, I'm still kind of surprised my opponent didn't switch in that Marowak, but I guess Dragon Dance just seemed like a really... It seemed like a really safe opportunity to Dragon Dance, but we're going to get an 1840 rated opponent for our next game, so really highly rated. The pretty standard team, another Celesteela, but Kang, Milotic, Landorus, Celesteela, Coco, and Volcarona. So this is a game where I will have full weather control. The question is, it's always, like, I always want to lead Thundurus, because Thundurus can superpower Kang. Or sorry, Z-move Kang. I might actually go for that. I'm going to go with my Thundy Booty lead with Pelipper in the back. Just what do I want as my last one? Pert seems really good. Kingdra can Muddy Water, though, and that's really nice in this matchup, too. Who do you give up here if you're my opponent, right? Like, who do you bring into a rain matchup? I think you bring Kang, Milotic, and Celesteela. So if you're bringing those, I think Swampert's slightly better. Because Waterfall does over 50%, and I can EQ Milotic as well. Yeah, I'll go with Swampert. I hit everything for neutral or super effective. But I'm going with Thundurus just because I can't one-shot Kangaskhan otherwise, but with Thundurus I can. So the matchup is actually not too bad here, which is always a good sign when you're going up against a highly rated opponent, but you don't get that high rated unless you're a really good player. And I mean, Landorus is the other factor. Like, so I didn't bring Ferrothorn here because it can't really do much against Celesteela. It doesn't do much against Volk, and against Milotic. I mean, the main reason I bring is basically for Milotic. Like, in Kingdra I'd bring for Muddy Water spam, but Celesteela could have Wide Guard. So, and you can miss Muddy Water, which would be really bad for me at any point in the game. Although I do have the Z move, but like I said, I'm going for the Kang, or the fight Z move in this game to nuke the Kangaskhan. Alright, let's see how this goes. Scary team, though. Milotic is always so tough to go up against, but it's Kang Coco, okay. This is kind of interesting. Like, actually, I don't know how I feel about this, really. Do I want to double protect turn 1? Nah, I think I'll go for what I want to, which is just Z-move into Kang and fake out Coco. The only downside is if Kang just fakes out Thundurus. I'm not sure you do, though, if you don't expect. Like, Kang in this position might just be tempted to double edge. I don't know about this, because I'm going to be in a really awkward spot next turn, I think. Let's see. And does fake out. Okay, into Thundy. So we're just going to trade fake outs. I just think that's going to be Z-move Coco. If it's Z, then I want to switch Thundurus out into Swampert. to take the Z move. And I think Kang is just going to double-edge Ludi, so I think I might just sack Pelipper here. So then I get a free switch it into Swampert, and then Thundurus comes back in as well. I didn't think about this too well, because the main threat is that Coco can just Thunderbolt knock me out now. I could have protected turn 1, but I kind of like to gamble to see if the Kangaskhan just chooses not to fake out Thundurus for some reason, because who expects Fightinium Z? But, yeah, safe play from my opponent. So, we'll see if Swampert can eat up a T-Bolt or a Z move. Kang actually switches out, which is fine by me. Okay, that's definitely fine. So, everything's switching out right now. The question is, did the Coco just, like, T-Bolt the Ludicolo slot? Because that would be an impressive read. Let's see. Oh my god, another Calm Mind Coco. Oh, where do these guys come from, man? Okay, that's fine, though. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to Mega Evolve. The question now is, do I want to just EQ because it's so safe? Because Volcarona could have Giga Drain. So I'm really tempted to Waterfall Volcarona, but I can EQ Tailwind, which is like the slightly safer play. I honestly really want to Waterfall here and Tailwind. This seems so risky, but Coco shouldn't be able to touch my Swampert. I'm going to make kind of a hard read here. And I want to say Coco protects. And Volcarona goes for either a Giga Drain or a Tailwind or a Quiver Dance. But it might not even have, like, any of those. Nice. Okay, that's really good. Assuming I knock out Volcarona and don't get burned from Flame Body. So I get the right call here. Please don't get burned. No burn. Ugh. Without the burn, I really feel like that was a game-winning play right there. I mean, I called it correctly. Darn. That is so frustrating. Okay, oh well, oh well, oh well. At least I called it correctly, but it's not fun. However, I still do have a Pert against a Coco, which is a pretty good matchup to begin with. Kangaskhan comes back in, that's fine. I mean, you'd imagine you have to fake out Swampert here. But that's such an obvious play. I want to protect and Surf right now. But I could also EQ Surf. The only downside there, yeah, it's probably better to just protect and Surf. Because even if Pelipper goes down, I get the free switch into Thundurus. I kind of wish I doubled protected now, actually, but let's see. Fake out. Okay, good. Nice. That puts me in perfectly fine then. Yeah, it was just if I weren't burned, like I would just EQ Hurricane and like win the game right there. But this Surf should still do a sizable amount, yeah. And Coco just dazzles, perfect. So that's why I protected. My opponent, yeah, I think right now is definitely a little bit scared of the Swampert. So we'll see. Obviously, I'm not happy about the burn, but I think Coco should still be in KO range at this point from EQ. So I can just EQ and Hurricane. Yeah, I have a really good matchup against my opponent. And without the burn, I feel like I'd be in a phenomenal spot. But I'm still in a pretty good spot, so don't want to get tilted by that. Just want to play the position I'm in. Kangaskhan switches out, which is perfectly fine. Yep, there's my Milotic. So Celesteela actually ended up not making an appearance. It was Volcarona. As Coco protects, that's fine too. So I just get a lot of free damage off against my Milotic here. Basically pin my opponent into a position where I can just freely click some buttons. I do need to make sure I get the rain up again though, so I want to be careful in that. I'm probably going to switch Pelipper out into Coco. Or sorry, into Thundurus this next turn. Although I can set up the rain with Thundurus at any point too. And wow, I actually do over 50% there to my Milotic. Not what I expected. So electricity disappears. Still got another turn of Tailwind and 4 turns of rain. Yeah, but Thundurus can set up the rain by itself too. So I think I'm honestly just going to Earthquake here and Hurricane. I want to target the Coco Slug because it might switch out into Kang. So like, knocking that out would be nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. My opponent just stays in with both. Well, EQ, I would think knocks out Coco, but Calm Mind, I would guess, runs more bulky. Okay. Nice. Yeah, this is the kind of matchup that Rain teams like dream about, honestly. Where it's just like you have no water resist, you have no way to really control... Or, I mean, Milotic is a resist, but yeah, there was not... Like, I don't know whether Volcarona had the Giga Drain there or not, but I'm glad I made that call just because I knew Coco couldn't really touch me unless it was like Hidden Power Grass. But you're going to run Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam if you're running Calm Mind. So I was like, okay, no, you're pinned in a position where you can't really do anything. So, I don't know. There wasn't much my opponent really could have done here, to be honest. And the biggest thing that I was surprised about was the Coco... Basically, Coco Calm Minding when it could have Thunderbolted. Although I suppose even if it Thunderbolted in the position that it was, it couldn't have really done much. But basically, like, I could have been in a really awkward spot if Coco predicted the Pelipper switch and then Thunderbolted that slot. But that's a tough read to make, right? Because it's like you're staring down against a Thundurus. I'm just glad I did pull out the switch out to Swampert. Basically, like, I was able to get Swampert in a perfect position this game and was able to just sweep through. So, yeah, pretty content about that. But what a weird game. So, we definitely take those. We take those. So, yeah, it's a pretty short episode. I'll probably play a third game here because why not? And yeah, that's like key demonstration. Like, I think when you use a hard rain team like this, you have very good matchups against teams like this, like my opponent had, because my opponent's team was relatively standard, right? And that team probably has an optimal matchup against most of the metagame, but against a rain, like that's something in team building where you're like, okay, I have a bad rain matchup. I just admit that I have a bad rain matchup, and I'm gonna go from there. So we take those definitely, and we'll just look for a third game now. Yeah, rating not the highest, because I've been splitting wins and losses with this team, but I am learning, and that's the most important thing. I really do mean that, though. I mean, I think, like, people play Battle Spot often too much just to try to win, and they don't focus enough on the process. But this next team is really interesting. Feeny, Ferrothorn, Scrafty, Zapdos, Blaziken, and Landorus. So mainly, like, it really reminds me of a VGC 15 team, just with Feeny thrown onto it. Once again, I have full weather control this game, which is good. So that's always nice. I think I'm just going to go Pelipper Ludi here. Part of me wants Thundurus for the Z move, specifically for the Ferrothorn. Because Ferrothorn is a problem for this team. It's quite a problem, actually. It's enough of a problem that I actually think I should bring Thundurus. Yeah. Okay, with Thundurus and Ludi, I'm fine against Feeny, so as the last one, I think I should just bring Swampert, yeah. Although, maybe Kingdra's actually better. But Swampert doesn't get touched by the Zapdos. It's slightly bulkier. I'll go with Swampert. If I can eliminate Ferrothorn, I can really sweep through my opponent's team, but that might not be so easy, especially because I'm not leading Thundurus. But with Ludi and Pelipper, like, I just get an immediate fake out. Hurricane plus Ice Beam plus Skull. Like, basically, like, Ferrothorn will get... it'll faint in 2 turns if I double up on it twice, and it can't knock me out in return with a Power Whip unless it's Banded Ferrothorn, which we know a thing or two about. Let's see if we can finally get a win streak going, because I've been splitting wins and losses with this team, and I feel like part of it's just matchups, and part of it is just me not playing too hot. But these Pokemon are pretty good in this matchup. So Pelipper, Ludi, and here's Scrafty and Zapdos. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, and the reason why I think this is fine is because I can fake out Zapdos. I won't get intimidated. Or, I mean, I will get intimidated, but it doesn't matter. And then I think I'm going to switch Pelipper out into Swampert so I can double up onto Zapdos with the Waterfall Ice Beam. The only downside is if Scrafty makes the read and knocks off the Ludicolo, which would be a good read. But I am going to play it safe. Actually, if I really wanted to play it safe, I could fake out Zapdos and Tailwind or Hurricane, or even Surf. But I feel like if you're Scrafty, you got to be a little bit worried about me just getting a free Tailwind up or anything up right now. So I want to put the Ooh, okay, Scrafty switches out, so that's fine. Nice. Actually, that's not so nice. What am I saying? That's a great play by my opponent. I mean, I do have superpower, though. Is it worth trading my Swampert for my opponent's Zapdos? It honestly might be. Alternatively, I could switch into Thundurus. I think I'll just switch into Thundurus, yeah. Wait, does Skull do more? What's base power is it again? 80 plus stab plus rain, so 80, 120, 240. Yeah, Skull does more. I'm just gonna Skull Zapdos and switch out into Thundurus. Okay, Zapdos switches out, which is good, because that means no Tailwind. Scrafty's coming out, that's perfect. Nice. So what this means is now I'm in a position where I could Z-move the Ferrothorn. I could get power-upped into Ludi, though, which could be bad. So if my opponent makes this read, that would be a good read. But I didn't want to superpower Ice Beam because I figured it could switch out. Either way, Scrafty is taking a Scald. If it gets burned, great. Even if not, still in a decent spot. So let's see. Yeah, it's definitely Assault Vested. And I do get a burn, so that's lucky. And, oh, it's just Leech Seeding. Okay, even better news. So expecting the switch probably, but that's fine. I'm just going to go for the Z move here, because I don't expect it to get it off. I expect to get, like, faked out onto Thundurus. Yeah. At this point, even if I waste the Z move, I have a really big lead. Scrafty fakes out. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because I'm just going to chip down the Scrafty continuously. And here's a Power Whip, yep. Shouldn't knock me out, because we know it's not banded. Yeah, nice. Okay, great. So once again, I can just go for the same move of Z-moving. The question is whether I actually want to knock out Scrafty or not, because I actually am fine if I don't knock it out. It could knock me... It would knock off the Ludicolo. I just don't know how much Fight Z... I feel like it should knock out Ferrothorn. Yeah, I'll just Scald. So we'll see if Ferrothorn protects right now. Oh, wow. My opponent actually predicts the... I don't know whether these people are predicting or whether they just don't want to risk it, but some really nice plays overall by my opponents by not falling for the Z move. I'll still take that, though, because I'll do some good damage to Zapdos, enough where Ice Beam plus Thunderbolt should definitely pick up the knockout. And I still have the Focus, like... with Focus Blast, I'll two-shot the Ferrothorn, so I would just have to hit it. But that makes my endgame a little bit easier, because I do have one way to at least deal with the Ferrothorn. Which is annoying, because I could have nuked it had it stayed in. But nice switch out by my opponent. We live in a day and age where you gotta be worried about fighting Z Thundurus, which I think is just so funny. That still does an okay amount, around 25% to Zapdos. Question is what item Zapdos has. If it's Bulky Berry, that's like the one thing I'm kind of worried about. As Blaziken's coming in, okay, it's fine by me. That is not a Pokemon you really want to bring into a rain matchup, if you ask me. I still got 4 turns of rain as well. I'm just going to double up onto Zapdos. Even if it protects, Blaziken gets a speed boost, sure, but I can just keep doubling up into Zapdos because I've got Swampert in the back. And the end game, as long as I have Pelipper plus Thundurus, I'll beat. It's Mega Blaziken. Yeah, I don't know why that's so surprising. Maybe I should have just Scalded to cover that slot, but I feel like you would want to protect here, but maybe not. Yeah, okay, nice. So if I can knock out Zapdos, that would definitely just be game. But I don't know if it's Bulky Berry, this might put it in Berry KO range. I gotta burn again. Yeah. Nah. It was so close, too. Maybe I should have Ice Beam because it would have done less. Enough let Thunderbolt would have finished it off. That's fine, though. I get rid of the Berry. I get a lot of damage off. You're burned, and you Tailwind. So, obviously, like, that's annoying. But Blaziken's already going to be speeding things, or outspeeding things anyway. Yeah, so that's fine. The one thing I'm worried about is, like, Rock Slide. Should probably play it safe here. I'm going to protect and actually switch out into Swampert. The reason why I'm doing this is so I can conserve Fake Out pressure from Ludicolo, which is important. Because if I ever get a Fake Out off, I could potentially get a Tailwind or a Rain Dance off. The only thing I'm scared about is Hidden Power Grass. But I think I should have Ice Beamed instead of Scalding, because Scald did more damage than Ice Beam. Okay, just a Flare Blitz. That's fine. I'll take Recoil. Which means it probably doesn't have Rock Slide. Hopefully I don't get burned. T-Bolt. Yeah, perfect. I also know there's no Z move, which is also good news for me. And a Superpower shouldn't knock me out, so I think I'm actually safe to just attack with both my Pokemon here. So I'm just going to Thunderbolt, Mega Evolve, and Earthquake. Yeah. Tailwind's scary, but fortunately because Blaziken protected, I got all that damage off against Zapdos. It's already on a timer with the burn. Thunderbolt will knock it out as well. And Swampert's putting on pressure right now with EQ. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. Especially with Zapdos switching out, yeah. The one thing I think I slightly misplayed though is I should have conserved my Thundurus a little bit better, but unless Blaziken can knock out Swampert, which I don't think it should be able to. I think I've got this game on wrap. Oh, especially if it's protecting, yeah, it's just, my opponent's just wasting Tailwind turns. Although I guess Tailwind doesn't matter right now because Blaziken's already faster than everything. Actually, the more I think about it, the more that switch makes sense. Just if I hit a Focus Blast, that Ferrothorn is toast too. And EQ still doesn't okay him out. Yeah. Actually, I can just Superpower Ferrothorn. Yeah, I don't see how my opponent counters that. Let's say I get crit. I'd still be okay, right? I think so. I'll just Thunderbolt and Superpower. Because the Superpower, like, Blaziken can't one-shot this Swampert right now. Like, Swampert's already pretty defensively bulky, and Blaziken's not exactly the strongest Mega. And Thunderbolt surely two-shots Blaziken. I could have doubled up onto Ferrothorn in case I did get crit, but I'd rather get the damage off against Blaziken, because I have enough in this endgame. Because I still have 4 Pokemon. Rain's expiring, which means I can just reset it again with Pelipper, too. Oh, especially with Blaziken switching out. What? I don't get that play. I just get a double knockout here, don't I? Okay, I mean, I guess maybe my opponent's trying to stall out the rain, but I don't really see what that accomplishes, to be honest. Because now I can just make the same play again next turn. Yeah. Like, I don't get the purpose of that, because, like, why sack Zapdos? I guess, if anything, it would be to stall out the rain. But now I can just bring in Pelipper again and Superpower the slot. The Ferrothorn slot, yeah. It's not like Blaziken was intimidated or had any stat decreases either, nor was it locked into anything. So, yep, Pelipper will come in, Superpower will come out. I could EQ as well, but I'd rather just get the guaranteed knockout on a Ferrothorn. Even if Ferrothorn gets the double, Pelipper comes in, can potentially Tailwind. Like, there's no way I lose this game at this point. It's just like, Mega Blaziken's not going to do anything in a Rain matchup against Rain, because Flare Blitz, your main means of offense, just does so much less damage. It does go for the double and get it, though, so that makes this a little bit more interesting. As Blaziken does go for a low kick, okay. It's not enough to knock me out, but it does make this a little bit dicier. However, I can just... Does Hurricane or Skull do more? Or, sorry, Surf. Because... Oh, Hurricane's 110. Actually, wait. Because Surf is what, 90? But then it's 3 forts. Both of these have Stab, but Surf has the Rain boost as well. Honestly, I think either would knock out the Blaziken. I'll Surf. And Superpower. I think Hurricane might do more. Alright, Blaziken protects. Yeah, it's fine. This is what I'm saying, like, you can knock out one of my 2 Pokemon, but the other's just gonna knock out whatever you don't protect. Yeah, so, it's one of the merits of running Superpower on Swampert. You get to chunk those big things like Ferrothorn. So, I'm gonna knock myself out here with the Surf. Actually, never mind, it has Rocky Helmet too, which explains why it wasn't lefties. But, wait, actually, did I Hurricane? Yeah, I Surfed. So that's fine, I can just bring out Ludi. Blaziken can't 3v1. If this Blaziken had Rock Slide, it would be a little bit scarier. That's the one thing I was worried about. But, yeah, I mean, once again, like, you just can't really bring Blaziken into a Rain matchup. I feel like it just doesn't do anything, even though it does outspeed things. I'll just Hurricane Fake Out here. Actually, it would have been safer to Fake Out Tailwind, probably. Yeah, but, yeah, I mean, there was no way Blaziken was coming back from that. Unless it did have Rock Slide, that's the one way. So, actually, yeah. But I feel like if you had Rock Slide, you would have been going for it a little bit earlier. So we do rack up finally a couple of wins in one episode, which I'm pretty content about, because I think all the other ones we've split it like 1-1. So nice to get 3 wins in a row. We definitely had some really favorable matchups, but that's like a testament to Rain in general. And so when you have good matchups, it's really easy to play. When you have bad matchups, it's really hard to play, especially when you use like a hard Rain team like this. And so using a team like this is basically saying, okay, the meta, like, I think the meta is weak to it and players can't play against it very well. So yeah, longer episode for you guys, but a really fun one, and nice to get some diversity in terms of megas, and just cool to see different things, and pretty happy about that one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Go check out all the other uploads. If you have not, go catch up on them. Happy holidays, happy new year, guys. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll give you guys some updates on Twitter, Instagram, all that, so follow that in social media below if you want to follow my trip and just know what kind of other new content is coming, / when I'll be able to make new content, because ideally I should be able to record by the time this video goes up when I'm in Hong Kong, but I'll let you guys know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.